be absolutely devastating.
Oh!
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to G.S.R. GonzoSportsRoom. I played the damn wrong intro, but go check out Gonzo'S Wrestling Room, GWR as well. We'll be doing live pro wrestling tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. But tonight, GonzoSportsRoom, I'm Chris Gonzo'S, joined by Jay McLovin. How's it going, Jay?
I am doing well. I am. Can you tell by the look at my face how good I am doing this evening? I thoroughly enjoy watching, wrestling. I thoroughly enjoy watching when a very short micro wrestler named Tony Gonzalez, a.k.a. Mysterio 2.0, gets up there and stands next to this big guy talking, and he's walking away like he wants no part of it. It's amazing. Tickles my stomach. Good evening, guys. It's good to be here, man. It's always good stuff, man. Always good stuff. Although I will say, guys, I'm a little bummed. My Astros got rained out today, so I didn't get to watch any baseball. But I did get some good. We are getting some good basketball, and we are getting some good NHL. So I guess that does make up for it.
Dude, the Knicks fell apart there in the fourth. Couldn't hit.
Yes, they did.
The Heat double team Brunson, and nobody could hit any shots. And then
Barrett, Randall throwing up bricks.
Well, then they missed three free throws, and then missed three free throws, and then had two lane violations. So right there was five points that they gave away early in the fourth quarter.
It's just silly, man. It's just silly stuff like that,
Turnovers killed them. Too many turnovers.
It's just silly stuff. It's just silly things that shouldn't happen, And again, I go back to that interview that Randall gave, and I think we talked about it, Evidently, Gonzo thinks he is still at Indy Comic-Con. Yeah. I think his legs are still there because I don't think he's recuperated quite fully yet.
Fergie says Lakers in 6.
Yeah, when they got
Glenn said I loved it. I was like, what the hell?
No, but again, Jordan Poole, 12 minutes. There's something going on with Jordan Poole. I know we'll get into that here in a minute, but there's definitely something going on with Jordan Poole. He just doesn't look like the same Jordan Poole that we saw last year when the Golden State Warriors won the championship.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
We'll get into that in a minute.
But the Knicks, man, the Knicks had a good enough team, but nobody just couldn't hit no shots, and you have to quit turning the ball over. Turnovers killed them in that fourth quarter. And Adebayo stepped up and had a big game for the Heat. I mean, because Nick's done a pretty good job really on Jimmy Butler. I know he had, 23, 24 points, but it wasn't like they were letting him get 35, 40 like he was. They done a better job on him the last two games. But you had Adebayo and some Lowry. Lowry played a good game. I think he had 11 assists, if I remember correct. 11 points, 10 assists or something like that.
Again, all things are right in alignment with what you're saying. I still just feel like the biggest thing was three things. Number one, lack of heart. If you don't believe me, go talk to Julius Randle about what lack of heart looks like. He's a walking example of lack of heart. But I will say this. He did give you 11 rebounds, so he didn't completely shit the bed. But going 3 for 14, come on. Really? That's what we're doing these days? Again, like you said, turnovers killed him. Field goal percentage killed him. I mean, come on. You're shooting 38 freaking %, and you think you're going to do something?
Yeah. See, that's what Curry needs to do is go to the goal right there. He missed it, but that's what they need to be doing. Quit relying on so many damn three-pointers.
Hey, you want to stick to this game first, and then we get to that game in a minute? One game at a time, Gonzo. One game at a time.
I was just jumping ahead a little bit like you were, and I was going to rein it back.
Not everybody can be me, Gonzo. Damn it, be your own individual self. I'm jacked up. You don't want to be jacked up like me. You just stay in your lane and keep doing the right things. Let me do the wrong things, okay? Okay. But no, seriously, I mean, when you're shooting 38% and your back's against the damn wall,
well,
but this is what we're doing these days.
But if you look, Jay, the Heat were only shooting like 39% as well. Both teams wasn't shooting very good percentage.
Okay, and that may be, but last time I checked, the Heat, their back wasn't against the wall. They lived to fight another day.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying the Knicks defensively didn't do that bad. It was the turnovers and the stupid mistakes.
Was Miami's defense pretty good?
Bro, when you're shooting 38%, that's bad. That's ugly.
Miami played good defense, especially in the fourth quarter. They were all over Brunson in that fourth quarter on them double teams, and nobody else. I mean, you had wide open looks and nobody could hit. I mean, Hart had a.
And that's the thing.
What'd you say?
But you know what? Again, that's the weakness, though, right? That's the weakness of New York. When your starters are shit in the bed and you have no bench to rescue you. It just is what it is. But at some point, somebody needs to hold Julius Randle to the fire. Somebody needs to hold Tom Thibodeau to the fire. And it's time for them to move on.
I think Randle could move on. I don't think Thibodeau's the problem, though.
I don't know. I think when you're going 3 for 14 and you're continuously doing that and you're not pulling them out and putting somebody else in there to give them a shot at it, that kind of does tell me that he's not making the right adjustments. So I do put a lot of that on Thibodeau. He hasn't made the right adjustments.
If it wasn't for turnovers,
still haven't played damn Derrick Rose. Now, unless Derrick Rose is injured, why aren't we playing him?
They were down by 2, and Brunson turned the ball over. I mean, they were right there, so it wasn't like his decisions had them getting their ass kicked.
Did they win?
I know they didn't win.
Okay, I just didn't know if they won or not. I wasn't sure if they won or not.
It's Thibodeau's fault the guys are throwing up fucking bricks.
Yes, it is, damn it. He's in charge of that team. He's in charge of the rotation. He's the one that says, Julius Randle, you're shooting 3 for 14. Go take a seat on the pine. Hey, next man up. Let's see what you got. Because you know what? At the current state, if I continue to go with Randle and I don't make an adjustment, we're going to lose this game anyway. So why not put an adjustment? Why not give somebody else a shot and see if they can get it on 5? Because last time I checked, you got your asses kicked in the second round last year. You got your asses kicked in the second round this year. And you haven't changed your head coach, and you still got sorry-ass Julius Randle putzing around, giving shitty-ass interviews with no heart whatsoever, and this is the way you want to continue mission. Really? That's what we're doing? Okay. Then keep on rolling the same thing.
I don't think it's
keep on rolling the same thing, because you know what? Next year we'll see the same thing.
I don't think it's Thibodeau. I think you need to make some adjustments, but I don't think it's the coach.
What am I to say? I mean, it's only fucking New York. I mean, when's the last time they've really been relevant? Second round out, and this is what we're doing? I'd go get damn Nick Nurse. I say I get rid of him and go grab Nick Nurse real quick, throw his ass in there, and see what he can do with this damn team.
Reeves had a half-court shot at the buzzer to close out the first half. Put the Lakers up by 10 at halftime.
So let's see here.
What do you see?
So Toppin plays. So Toppin plays 12 minutes. Harkenstein plays 18. McBride 3. Hart goes in there for third. Hell, I left Hart. Man, damn, Hart was giving you 50% shooting. He actually was kind of doing not too bad. But Rose, Fournier, Jeffries, neither one of them entered the game. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's not like you do it like you said. You're not like you got a lot to work with, but work with what you got. I'd rather have somebody out there trying than somebody out there who doesn't give a damn.
You may be right, but maybe there's an issue. Maybe there's been an issue in practice that maybe Rose not less. I mean, I don't know, of course. But there's got to be some kind of reason why he's not playing. I would think. My
thing is, it was execution is what beat him. Not executing. If they'd executed, they'd have been all right. When you're the turnovers and missing free throws and then can't hit shots in the fourth quarter, that's not. I mean,
he hardly didn't play in the series at all, though, did he?
No, he didn't play.
RJ Barrett's giving you 1 for 10.
Gotta be
Grimes is
some
giving
kind of
you
reason.
6. God. Well, currently, I will tell you, the only two players the only one player I would say is untouchable is Brunson. Everybody else, I don't care. I'm looking to make some. I'm not saying you have to get rid of the whole team, but I'm definitely looking to make some tweaks. I'm definitely looking. I tell you right now, I'm definitely looking to rebuild that bench because if this is all you got off the bench, I'm definitely looking. I'm going to probably start there.
I don't think R.J. Barrett's going anywhere. I think
No, I don't think R.J. Barrett should go anywhere. If like I said, I think Randall should be on the block. I think Randall should be on the block, and several of those players that are on the bench should be on the block, and see if they can retool the bench, and then obviously see what they can get for Randall.
Yeah, they're going to try to retool the bench, and if they do anything with their core, it'd be Randall. I don't see Brunson or Barrett, because Barrett for his first playoffs, Barrett played well. I mean, he played pretty good throughout the playoffs for the Knicks. I know Brunson was their star, but I mean, Barrett they wouldn't have been where they were at without R.J. Barrett.
If you look at Tibbs and you see everywhere he's gone, has he ever made it past the second round of anything as a head coach?
I don't think so. But
I'm just asking. I'm asking that, but I'm also asking, when Nick Nurse is out there, why are you not bringing Nick Nurse in for an interview?
I understand what you're saying, but you also how many coaches have never made it to the second round of the playoffs?
Well, Nick Nurse hasn't he?
I know Nurse has, but I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I also understand that when you got a coach out there that's available, that has won a championship, and you got a coach that's currently with you that can't get you out of the second round, has never gotten out of the second round, I think it's time to say, you know what, this is not working. We need to go get somebody who has a winning history and can do something with team players, and let's try to go that direction.
Well, it depends on how the owner feels about the coach. If the owner feels that the coach can, if they give him the right players that the coach can get him there, then the owner is going to keep the coach, and he's going to try to retool the team. And
I understand that. I mean, the owner has brains.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though: did either one of you, before the season started, think the Knicks were going to be in the second round with a chance to go to the finals? Did either one of you think that?
Well, they had pretty much the same makeup, with the exception of Brunson. They had the same makeup that they went to the second round with, a year or so ago. Okay. But they added Brunson, so I feel like they should be in the playoffs. Should they have gotten to the second round? I don't know. I think they got maybe they got lucky there. But
didn't they miss the playoffs last year?
No, they had 1 year in between. Yeah, it was. They went to the playoffs, got to the second round, had an off year, came back. That's when they brought in Brunson, and then got to the second round again. Like I said, it's a good idea bringing in Brunson because he did reinvigorate the team. But again, the team itself is still playing the same style of basketball, and it's not the players aren't buying into it. The players aren't buying it. They're just not showing that love of basketball like they should be. Like Miami Heat is showing. And maybe look, who creates the culture? The coach creates the culture.
I think they still need a couple other pieces.
Yeah, I think they need. They need another player, and I think they need.
Wait, watch this, God. Let me ask you this: how many times has the New York Knicks been saying we just need a few more pieces? How many times? Do you know how many times I know? Since 1995.
The thing is,
Jay, the last time they made the final, 1995.
Jay, the thing is, though, you have a coach that's getting you the playoffs. You could go out, you could bring in a Nick Nurse or somebody else, and that chemistry might not be there with the players, and you might go.
Bro, they don't got chemistry now. They're shooting 38%
You're playing against one of the better.
I'm not saying they don't have chemistry, but they don't have the right kind of chemistry.
I don't think if they don't get some other players, I don't think it's going to make no difference with Nurse. I think if they get some more pieces, I think it'll make a difference. But
no, what I'm trying to say is I think Nick Nurse can bring in the right pieces. I think Nick Nurse can bring in the right pieces, and I think he could change the culture of that team. Because right now, the culture, hell, you heard Julius Randle. You heard the way he's talking. You know, the rest of the team, things like that.
Well, why should we listen? Just because Julius Randle had a weak mentality.
You're right, because he's probably the only one, right? He's probably the only one.
Wait a minute. Just because he had a weak moment there, that doesn't mean the rest of the team does. Did you hear?
Hey, look,
come out
okay.
like that?
Watch this. You can only make assumptions off what you hear. Now, I always say for every one thing you hear that actually gets out to the press, how many other things did you not hear? For every one cockroach you find in your house, there's a million more you didn't find. And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not – look, yeah, we only got one piece of evidence. But if you look at their play, their sloppy play, their inadequate play, their inefficient play, come on.
It was inefficient play in one series against one of the best defenses in the league. What they do last series against the Cavs, who that everybody thought would beat the Knicks. They looked like a totally different team. So did they make it past the playoffs? One series. You're taking one series.
It's an important damn series. And the way that the series ended was horrible.
The Cavs.
They destroyed the Cavs.
Man,
but anyway,
listen, if you want to live in this fairy tale land and you don't want to see the writing on the wall, Gonzo, I can't help you. I can't help you. You know, maybe the writing's on the wall, but it's in that certain kind of ink. And hold on. It's in that certain kind of ink, and you can only see it when you turn off the lights and then it glows brightly. Hey, Gonzo, turn off the light. Look at the writing. It's there behind you and in front of you.
Hey, Jay, let me tell you how I feel about it. It's the New York Knicks. Who gives a fuck? I'm not a Knicks fan. I could care less what they do.
And I am.
Hey, Jay, your Astros are playing right now.
Yeah, Frankie, just last time I put it on, they weren't – they had it still rained out. I guess they must have just – well, he says they're in the fifth. So. Yep. And they're tied at one. Man, we got to get this win tonight, man. God, we need this win.
How's it going, Billy?
Billy Buzz. Tell me about your thoughts on the New York Knicks.
Let me ask you this.
There's got to be better than the peanut gallery over here.
And let me ask you this, Jay. The Phoenix Suns.
I'm sorry, I'm throwing some subtle digs. I apologize.
I don't care. Phoenix Suns gave up 80 points in the first half of elimination game.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Second year in a row they've gotten beat by 30 points in an elimination game.
Bro, they flat out gave up. They gave up in that game.
Is Monty Williams on his way out?
I think he's bringing Nick Nurse.
Bringing Nick Nurse.
Hey, listen. Hey, you know what? Hey, but Nick. Hey, you say that, but Nick's got more championships than Monty does.
Hey, I wouldn't have a problem. Hey, Carlisle can't get Indiana to play no defense. I want somebody making play some goddamn defense.
Oh yeah, Nick Nurse is a good coach.
You score 100.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not.
They scored a record amount of points this year, but they give up a record amount of points.
You know, and here's the deal. I still wonder, and I don't know if you guys know, because I don't know, and I'm wondering if you know. I wonder how much influence Monty Williams had on bringing Durant here. I wonder if that was something that he wanted, or is that something that ownership wanted and basically told Monty, this is what you're getting? Because I'll tell you this. If owners, this is where I look at it. If ownership told Monty Williams, yo, we're going after KD, these are the guys we're giving up, you know, you need to make this work. If that's what ownership did to Monty Williams, then I completely blame ownership. Now, not Ishbia, because Ishbia wasn't there at the time. I blame the old ownership group. And it may be the current GM. Actually, I blame the current GM. If that's the way it went down. If Monty Williams was asking them to bring in a Kevin Durant and do this, that, and the other, then I'm going to blame Monty Williams. I just don't have enough information on who, because I blame the Kevin Durant. What I'm saying is last year was what last year was. But this year, I really blame a lot of it on this Kevin Durant trade that really took a lot of what they needed away. It took the Mikal Bridges away. I think it was Cam Reddish or Cam Johnson took him away and sent him off to the New York Nets or the Brooklyn Nets. I'm sorry. So I don't know, man. I need more data on that. But yeah, again. Who's Monty Williams who's he gonna sub? Again, he didn't have much people to sub in. I gotta look at that game more closely. I kind of missed that game because we were doing a breast cancer awareness walk today, so I kind of missed today's game. So y'all can fill me in.
Well, they played last night, but I understand that.
Was it last night? I should have seen that last night. What was it? Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, you're right, because they were playing when Unscripted was when we were televising Unscripted. I'm sorry, my brain is kind of. Because there's so many games we've been, dude, we've been up, down, left, and right these last couple of days.
And I told everybody this at the beginning of the playoffs about their bench depth, because they would have lost to the Clippers if Kawhi Leonard don't get hurt. I truly believe they would have got put out in the first round by the Clippers, because the Clippers was outplaying them, and the Clippers played them tough without Kawhi.
Lynn makes a good point there,
but with Monty Williams, the only thing about that, man, is if you have a team twice in elimination games and you can't get your guys up to really fight, that's the thing that worries me.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You just saw Budenholzer, who I didn't think should have got fired, get fired, and then you have a guy lose 2 games. Like
Budenholzer got fired because he might. I mean, you got the number 1 damn team in the East, or what? Yeah, because I think Celtics were. Correct me if I'm wrong. Celtics, I think were number 1. I think Milwaukee was like what, number 2. Either way, they were high enough up there that they should not have been booted out in the first damn round. So I understand kind of why Budenholzer left, because they probably felt like they needed to go a different direction, even though I know Giannis didn't want that.
But Giannis didn't play in almost 3 of those games.
He missed 3/4 of the first game, and he was out the second.
I don't agree with the Budenholzer call. I was kind of stunned by it too, because like you said earlier, Gonzo, like you said earlier, how many coaches out there are better out there that are available than what they already currently have at Budenholzer? So I don't agree with that one. The Thibodeau, I agree with. Monty Williams, I'm kind of on. I'll be honest with you, with Monty, I'm kind of on the fence with Monty. Part of me says, yeah, he needs to go. Part of me says, no, he should stay. Only because of the fact of that Kevin Durant trade, and I think that really screwed them over. I don't know if anybody could have won with that, honestly, because they just didn't. Because Chris Paul went down with injury. I mean, there's a lot, but I did call Denver. I want to know that I called Denver winning this series.
Oh, I had Denver winning the series too.
I thought Denver winning.
I thought they were going to get the sweep, honestly.
Yeah, I know you did, but Ayton didn't play last night either.
Yeah,
and Ayton didn't play.
I think they should have traded. That's one thing I think should have happened. I thought Ayton should have gone to Indianapolis. I thought the Pacers should have had Ayton. I know you are, and rightfully so. You should be glad you didn't get him. You should thank your lucky stars that you didn't get him. So when you go to bed tonight, you say a prayer to Pacers management and say, you know what? I love you guys.
Where do you think that Milwaukee coach ends up?
I don't know. That's a good damn question.
There'll be some people going to be in.
But again, okay, Gonzo, watch this. So Budenholzer's available, right? Nick Nurse is available. Atkinson, the assistant from the Warriors, is available. Becky Hammond is available. There's a lot. I'm going to say this. I'm giving you a list of guys or a list of candidates out there that could probably do a better job with this New York Knicks than what they're currently getting from Thibodeau. And you got to remember, I know Thibodeau from back in the day when he was under Rudy T and the Rockets. So Thibodeau ain't no stranger coach to me. I know this guy. And he's not a bad coach. He's a good coach. But I don't think he's the coach that's going to get you all the way where you need to go.
What period did
they're 5:47 or 6:40? I can't see, but it's 2-2.
Hey! Oh, I can't even say it right now. I'm gonna say it anyway. Tony, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready because the Dallas Stars are coming after your ass. We're coming after you, and we're taking freaking names. Well, you did too. After you got your ass handed to you the other night.
Hey.
Edmonton gave you an ass lacking.
Well, we gave him a
well, y'all did, and I said that. I said that to you. Well, God, we're getting off on hockey. We'll probably wait for hockey. I'm a sidebar. I'm gonna put a pin in this because we do have a lot to talk about hockey, so we'll put a pin in that. But in terms of this whole Utah thing, I mean, Denver Nuggets, the better team won.
Vegas just took the lead.
And I gotta go.
But
well, is he going to work?
Yeah, I'm a lunch.
Well, give him a hug before he goes. You didn't even give him a hug. Did you tell him Jason said see you later?
He's just going out there to cook my mom something to eat. She's just getting it.
Oh, he's cooking mom something to eat.
But,
I love your dad. Your dad is awesome. I wish he'd come over and cook me something to eat.
But let me ask you this. Do you think,
well, I got a good grill. It's nice.
Let me ask you this. You think there might be some friction with Booker and the Suns for bringing Durant in, because Booker didn't talk to media after the game last night. He didn't show up today for the exit interviews. After the performance you had, and you're supposed to be the star player, you got to face the media and handle it like a man, not go hide. You know what I mean? And he's never been like that. He's always been a stand-up guy. You know what I mean? So this is something different for him.
If I was Booker, I'd be pissed too, honestly, because honestly, you really gave up the farm. You gave up every cow that you had in your stables for one really expensive gallon of milk. Seriously, that's what you did. You literally vacated. You vacated a lot just for one guy.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
What I'm saying is, this is the same team, though. This is the same team that you've been, deep in the playoffs with, and you break it up for one guy. I mean, honestly, wouldn't you be? I'd be pissed. Wouldn't you be?
Well, you got put out.
I wouldn't be happy
last year. No, I'm not saying you'd be happy, but I'm just saying they got put out in the same round last year. I think when
they did.
Durant,
they did.
I think but what I'm saying, when they did that, I think the owners were thinking, yeah, we're giving up a lot of our bench so for Durant, but then next year we can build around him and Booker. So I think they knew that this year that the rest of the season was going to be a little harder because it's not going to have the bench, but they knew they had a chance next year to get rid of Ayton, free up some money, and retool around Booker and Durant. Now they got to put the right pieces around them.
So who out there do you think?
Then you got to decide if you want to bring Chris Paul back.
I understand that too. Trust me, I get that. I just wonder.
I think you can see Ayton and Paul be out.
I think my biggest question is, even if you let go of Ayton, he paid a lot for a gallon, only got a quart. Yeah, Billy. And that, I guarantee that's an expensive ass quart. I'll be honest with you. But again, that's what I'm saying is or what I'm getting at is, even if that's your philosophy, even if that's what you're planning on doing, what free agents out there are going to be good enough that's going to come in to replace Ayton? I'm not saying that you shouldn't get rid of Ayton. I think if you're going to get rid of Ayton, you should do it in some kind of trade. You should do a trade where maybe like a Vucevic. Bring in a Vucevic. Trade for Vucevic.
Probably a trade.
That's what I'm saying. If you trade Ayton away for like a Vucevic, then I think you're doing okay. But the biggest key isn't so much Ayton as it is that damn bench. That's what they got to retool.
Retool that bench.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, Billy. I don't know if you listened to all the interview with Blake Wright earlier. He's at the beginning of June. He's going to be wrestling in Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, and Maryland. I'm not sure on the exact places. I don't know if any of them would be close to you, where you'd want to go check them out or anything. But he did say in that interview in the beginning of June he's doing a little New York thing. He's going to be there for 4 days, and he told us he's going to be wrestling Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, and Maryland. So
interesting.
And my dad said that Vegas just scored again, so they're up 4-2 now.
Damn. Well, they need to. Hey, after what they did the last game, they better be up doing something because Edmonton really does not belong there. They're a good team, but Vegas really should have handled business the other night. Those penalties, what happened to him is the same thing that happened in Dallas in Game 3. Where we gave up pretty much the same minutes ratio between the teams. We gave up the same thing, and we had the same damn result. So, yeah, when you give up that many minutes, you're going to get your ass handed to you.
Yeah, Billy, I'll find out the exact date that he's going to be in Mass. I think it was like the first weekend of June. I want to say like June 4th or something like that. That weekend, he's going to be there. I'll find out exactly where he's going to be and what day, and let you know. I should so well. No, I'm not going to see him tomorrow night. But I'll message him. I'll message him and find out. He's pretty easy to get a hold of. I'll see him probably next week anyway. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's good. If you ever see one of his matches on there, actually, I just posted one yesterday. Him and Logan Myers from the Comic-Con, Jay, and it was a real good match.
Oh hell yeah!
So yeah, they.
I was gonna say, I was in Billy's neck of the woods many years ago. I was up there in Connecticut at the Schubert Theater, and it was a nice time. I had a good time out there in Connecticut. We hung out and did some stuff in New York and stuff. But yeah,
I want to get up. I want to get up to the New York area. I've never been in that area. I've always wanted to go there, so I'm gonna try to get there sometime.
Yeah. Oh no, you'll love it, man. Yeah, it's a good place to visit. However, I would never want to live there. Like living there in New York would be too much. I do love visiting though.
Too cold. It'd be too cold for me. I want to move. I want to move from where I'm at. I want to move somewhere where it's warm all the time. It'd be nice.
Hell yeah. New Haven. That's a part of Connecticut. I went to Billy, thank you. At New Haven, Connecticut. I saw Chris Cornell live at the Schubert Theater there in New Haven. And I had a good time. I got to go to Gonzo. I got to go into his dressing room and I got to interview Chris Cornell for 10 minutes and just got a really nice interview with him. Learned a lot of information about him that I didn't know too as well, how he got into music and things like that. It was pretty cool. But anyway, that's a whole other topic for another day. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. You'll see a lot of concerts there.
Also got the XFL championship game tomorrow.
Yes. Oh Lord. Hold on. Before we go that route, let's talk real quick about this Lakers because I'm gonna get like a who you think is gonna win tonight on this. Oh yeah. It's a long story about the hand tattoo. I don't want to give it tonight because if I do, we're gonna be here for a long time. But it involved Jay did some singing back in the day. I don't do it anymore, but back in the day, we had a high school. No, we did. We had a high school band, and matter of fact, it was the time when Slaughter was out, and my cousin played for a small band, but they had a Battle of the Bands concert, and the drummer for that band actually became the drummer for Slaughter. And it was a long story, but my the band I was in, we actually opened up. Believe it or not, we opened up for the Butthole Surfers before the Butthole Surfers became the Butthole Surfers. Way back in the day, this is going way back in the day. But yeah, good times, man. Yeah, I know. I should be quiet. Billy Buzz says I was in a New Haven for Ozzy concert where a guy jumped off the roof of Coliseum right after. Yeah, I can believe that, man. That's some crazy shit.
I've been doing
some crazy.
I've seen Ozzy once with the Black Sabbath, and man, it was awesome.
Woo, Black Sabbath, man. God, that's an iconic band. Honestly, that's a super iconic band. But anyway, back into sports. Yeah, I know. That happens to me every time, Frankie. I don't know what my problem is. Yeah, Butthole Surfers. Yeah, they are an awesome punk band. If you've watched them for a long time, man, they opened up for Stone Temple and a lot of other bands. It's pretty cool. But anyway, back to sports. Lakers, man. They're up right now 70-53 over Golden State with 7:44 left to go in the third. Gonzo, yes or no? Do the Warriors make a comeback or do they go down and get beat tonight in LA?
I think they're going to come back and make this game close. It's going to come down to the end. They got to start hitting some shots. Right now they can't hit shit. I'm not gonna give up yet.
Well, it's certainly again, Steve Kerr was 8-2 when facing elimination, and it looks like he's going to go to 8-3. Because I honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, I honestly think, and I told Frankie this, that the Warriors, they don't play as well on the road as we know they do at home. And right now, all the momentum is literally riding in LA.
Yeah, they can't hit no shots right now. Well, their Curry finally hit one there. They got to start knocking down some shots, or it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. It's looking like the Lakers are going to end it in 6. I picked the Warriors to win this game tonight, but Lakers are playing better. Warriors can't.
Yeah, you can go back on what you picked.
I'm not going back.
Yeah, you had it right. No, I'm saying I respect that. No, because a lot of times people go back, but the fact that you're staying with your team, that's a good thing.
I mean, well, they're not my team. It's just the team I picked.
But you were wrong. You were wrong.
It happens sometimes. I was wrong.
But watch this. But as I say that, watch this. I guarantee you, in about 2 minutes, the Warriors are going to go on a rampant pace, come back, win the game, and I'm going to be like, damn. And Gonzo's going to be like,
the Knicks. Well, like with the Knicks, I had the Knicks +6. So even though the Knicks lost, I that pick I gave out was right because they only lost by 4. The Reds won today, so I had that pick right.
Gonzo.
Fucking dude, I hate the. I'll tell you.
Hold on. Let me say this. Remember when I told you about Clay, and I said he went 3 for 12 last game, and tonight he's 3 for 15. I'm telling you, this dude is not vintage Clay anymore. I'm not saying the man can't put up 40. Sometimes he can, but he's not doing it on a consistent basis like he used to do. I mean, after he came back from that injury, he just has never been the same. He just is not. This is not to say Klay Thompson. But anyway, I'm sorry. Continue with your picks. Not the same Clay, though.
What are you doing? The damn Blue Jays, dude. I hate the Blue Jays. Yeah,
me too. I needed them to lose today.
Listen, if I pick them to win, they lose. And then when I pick them to lose, they fucking win.
Start picking them to win more. That way they'll lose. Because right now I need them to lose.
I had the Braves had Strider on the mound. He's been on fire this year. I thought for sure the Braves would beat the Blue Jays today. I was wrong.
Wow.
What about this? My Reds are only like 4 games out of first place in our division now. We're not playing bad.
Oh, wow. But I'll tell you, man, hey, y'all guys did a pretty good number on the Mets. I don't know if you swept that or how many you won, but I know you won enough to win the series against the Mets, didn't you? It seems, at least that's what I'm thinking. I know you won the other night pretty well.
Yeah, we won the series 2-1 against the Mets.
Yeah, okay.
And then we beat the Marlins today to open that series up. Well, see where we've been struggling is on the road. We were 4. Well, now we're 5-12 on the road. We start playing a little better on the road, we'll be all right because we're playing pretty good at home. But yeah, we're only going into the day. We were 4.5 games back. We won. I don't know why. I haven't looked to see what everybody else done today. The Cubs are only a couple games ahead of us. But the Pirates are falling. The Brewers are dropping because the Pirates got off that hot start, and then here lately they haven't been playing. They've been losing a lot of games here lately.
Yeah. I really needed the Blue Jays to lose today. And I was hoping the Athletics could beat the Rangers, but what's that?
The Tampa Bay Rays haven't. They were one team that hasn't cooled off yet. Like the Pirates.
No, they're sizzling. They're sizzling right now.
They cooled off from that hot start, but the Rays have just kind of been steady the whole damn season.
Yeah, I needed the Cleveland Guardians to beat the Angels today. I needed Tampa. I needed Toronto to lose today. Didn't happen.
Win? The Rangers beat
the Rangers are right now. They're at 5-4. Right now, the game is still going. It's 5-4, and it is. I just had it. Yeah, 5-4, and they just got out of the 7th. So the Rangers are actually up to bat, and they're going into the top of the 8th. But yeah, Rangers are winning right now, 5-4.
I took the Rangers to win that game.
Yeah, dude, it's the Oakland A's, man. Oakland A's ain't gonna win that game.
Oh yeah, I always pick against the A's,
bro. It's the Oakland assholes. That's what A stands for over there. Oakland assholes. God, can't you just win one? I mean, I know you're terrible. I know you're garbage, but can't you just find the field of dreams and bring the guy out from the cornfield and just pull out the win? Can you not do that for me? Damn.
Yeah, just one time.
Just one series. Give me one series, and then of course the Angels won today, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
That's a good win, Philly. 350. That's a good win.
I won a nail biter tonight with the Mets. Held on. Hell yeah, that's a good one.
Let me ask you, Gonzo. Like, what do you think? What do you think about this Mets team? I got mixed emotions. I think they spent a lot of money, and again, I know Edwin Diaz is out, so I get that for the season. And I know Scherzer got off to a slow start because of his the betting or whatever it was, or no, the whole ball thing, and they got 10-game suspension. And then I know Verlander is finally coming back, but
I still think that was bullshit with Scherzer. But
oh yeah, I agree. The whole Rosin thing, I don't know, whatever, man. They're gonna do what they do.
Fucking Cubs beat the Twins. Are you kidding me?
But that's why you come out every inning with a clean glove, and then you use the rosin that's out there on the mound, and then they can't say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? I think when you use the rosin, your own personal rosin in the clubhouse, they're probably gonna have, especially when they don't see you using the rosin on the mound. They're probably going to have speculations as to why the rosin was in the glove, what was in the rosin on the glove. And, you just open up yourself to a whole can of worms. Just use the rosin on the mound. I think you're okay.
I understand that, but my thing is there was somebody watching him go switch gloves and come back out. And they watched everything he done. And then you still get – you know what I mean?
Because they made him change out the glove in the third. He comes back out, and then the fourth – and that's when he gets ejected because of the whole rosin on the glove. So,
yeah, but they had an MLB official watching the whole time, dude. That's my thing. You know what I mean? They had an MLB official watching the whole time. Like he said,
then they said they watched him wash his hands and everything too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me back in the old days in the military when you had to go do a urinalysis and somebody had to watch you pee in the cup. Man, that's an awful feeling. You know how hard it is to pee in a cup when a man's looking at you?
Yeah.
A little difficult.
You
do?
I've had to do it before.
Yeah. It's not a pleasant experience. One time I was going for this job, and it was the weirdest experience I ever had in my life. I walk – they told me to go into the bathroom. I go in the bathroom, and there's the urinal is here, and there's a side window right to the left of you, and the window opens up it's like a drive-through or something. The window opens up. This black lady hands you a cup and says, pee in it. And she's going to watch you from this little side window. And it's like, you come here often? How you doing? Can I shake your hand first? It's the weirdest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, so it happens. It happens.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
But washing your hands, they're literally watching them wash their hands. Like that's how much that's how involved they are with that process to the point where they are actually watching you wash your hands.
If the Rangers win, I'll go 2-2 on my baseball picks today.
Damn. You said you went what? You said you went 15-2?
No, if the Rangers win, I'll be 2-2.
Oh, 2-2. Okay. Well, hell, that's damn good.
I had the Reds and they won, and then I had the Braves, they lost. I had the Twins beating the Cubs, and the Cubs won that game. So now, if the Rangers win, and NBA picks, I'm 1-1 right now.
What do you think about the Chicago Cubs?
They're all right.
Are they? I know they made some pretty good trades, right? They brought in Dansby Swanson and a few others. What do you think of this team? Like, how far do you think they're going to get in the playoffs?
They're going. They're going to have a chance because, like right now, they're only about 3. I think they're 3.5, 3.5 games out of first in the division. They're right in front of us. Because
Cubs are 2 games out of first right now, and then the Pittsburgh is half a game, and Milwaukee's your leader.
Yeah,
so they're not bad. They're only 2 games out of first.
Are the Reds 4 games, or are they still 4.5?
Hold on, I can give you that answer. And the Cubs are actually in the wild card right now, so they are technically in the playoffs via the wild card if it was to end today. When it comes to, you said the Reds, the Reds are 4 games back. So you guys are in it for the playoffs right now. At the season they did, whatever.
Yeah, so right now we're only 2 games behind the Cubs right now. That's what I'm saying. We've been playing some decent baseball here lately. If we can, it's our relief pitching, dude. If we can figure out bullpen, if we can get our bull, we need to make a trade and try to help our bullpen before the trade deadline. If we could help our bullpen, we'd be okay because we hit the ball, we score runs, but our problem is we'll get a 5-0 lead, and then by the 8th, and then the 7th, 8th inning, we'll give up 6 runs like we did the other night.
Able to hold that's been that. I know that story you're preaching because that's been the story of the Astros. I can't even tell you how many games we've gone into the 8th inning, we've gone into the 9th inning with the lead. And because of our bullpen, either it's Presley or it's Seth Martinez, that gives up, the game-winning run. I can't tell you how many games we should have won, but our bullpen just didn't carry us all the way to the end. You know what I mean? And I can tell you right now, if it hadn't been for our bullpen right now messing up in the latter innings, we'd probably be, if not first place, we'd probably be second place at a half game out. I mean, that's how close I think we would be right now.
At one time, the Reds were 1-7 in 1-run games at one point in the season. If you just think about that, if we win those games in 1-run games instead of losing.
Oh yeah,
we're at the top of our division right now.
That's got to make you. But you know what though, in the grander scheme of things for the Reds, and I'm speaking specifically on the Reds. When you look at the Reds, you guys have come a long way.
Oh yeah,
the Reds have come a long way.
And my thing, I just want to be competitive, and we've been competitive this year. If you're competitive,
no, but what I'm saying is, all the Reds got to do now is look at what they have. Recognize what your core of players are, keep them, and then weed out, and then bring in, to add on to your core, whether it be through the draft. I mean, not through the draft, through your farm system or free agency. But you just recognize what your core is and build off that. Because, like you said earlier, typically you guys have always sold off your core players, and then I've been doing that repetitive cycle. But it looks like you could get out of that cycle if you guys can narrow down your core and then build around that.
He's tying his shoe while the play's going on. There he goes. But no, Billy's right. A lot of baseball to be played. But yeah, with the Reds right now, I think they needed to work. They need to concentrate on the bullpen. We got some players coming up through the system that we got some good players coming up because we still got Dele Cruz and we haven't even brought up yet. And he's he's one of the top prospects in the league. We get him in there at shortstop and stuff. It's going. Like I said, I think we're going the right direction. Well,
think about it though. Think about this: when you're the Mets, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
We got Diaz's brother. Edwin Diaz's brother is our closer. We got him last
year. Oh, damn.
He closed for us last year as a rookie. And toward the end of the year, you started to see, and then this year, he's been pitching real well. He's a lot like his brother. But yeah, we got his younger brother. We picked him up last year. Well, last year he came up into the pros. Or majors, I should say.
But imagine this. Imagine you have the highest payroll in all of baseball. You're 19-20. You're in third or fourth. Yeah, you're in third place. You're in third place at 19-20, and you're 6.5 games back. Do you hit the panic button, or do you continue to work through your issues?
I don't think you hit the panic button yet, because like Billy just said, there's a lot of baseball to be played. You're not even to the All-Star break yet. So I think you see try to figure it out and see where you're at the All-Star break before you make any big drastic decisions. Because, like you said, they've had some injuries, but they've underperformed. I mean, with what they have on that roster, they've underperformed. There's no way around it. But you still got a lot of time. I mean, we've seen we saw the Nationals a few years ago. They were the worst team in the league at the All-Star break, and then they won the damn World Series. So you just basically that first half of the season, you just got to try to stay where you're still in striking distance, where you're not too far out of it, and give yourself a chance in that second half of the season.
Bro, can you believe this? I was just looking at their depth chart, and Senga, their ace, or not really their ace, excuse me, not Senga, I apologize. Scherzer is what I meant. Scherzer's day-to-day. Verlander's okay. Senga's okay. But then you got Carrasco, who's on the injured list on the 15-day IL, and then you got Tyler McGill. So literally, you got two pitchers and one that's day-to-day. What?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I can kind of understand why the Mets are where they are, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Frankie, you're right. Lonnie Walker's playing his ass off right now again.
Damn, they're up by 19 points with basically the third coming to an end with 56 seconds left. Wow.
Lonnie Walker's going off again here in the third quarter.
It's one thing for Golden State to lose. It's another thing to get blown out, and you're the defending champs by a team that was a 7th seed and started out as a 13th seed. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive, man. What a time. Rob Scott, Mike Hughes, where you at? Probably the same place Jay Ness is at. Oh, Jay Ness. I don't think he's ever going to come out of the fetal position with that damn team. And I think the other two guys are getting ready to go into that position.
Yeah, but if you're the Warriors, the Warriors just have to retool a little bit. They retool a little bit. They could be all right. You got to build a team, build the guys up around Steph. You might. I think Draymond's gone. Klay Thompson's going to be interesting what they do with him. I mean, I think you can still keep him and build around, but you have to get another guy that's basically your second guy. He needs to be more your third or fourth scorer. You can't depend on him to be the number 2 guy anymore. So I think they need to get somebody. I think Draymond will be gone. I don't think they're bringing him back because he's going to want more money than why he's worth at this point. And don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
At this point, why he thinks his value is going to be too much for them to pay with what they need to do. So I think he's gone. They'll have to make a decision on Klay, and then retool some. And I think they'll be okay. But they overpaid Jordan Poole. He's been for some reason a 1 year wonder because this year he ain't played, especially in the playoffs. He ain't been worth a crap. And again tonight he ain't worth a crap. Honestly, I think and it's not all his fault. I'm gonna say it's not all his fault because of this. How hard would it be? You're playing on a team with a guy that just knocked you the hell out a few months ago. You know what I mean? This dude just got knocked out a few months ago by a teammate, and he ain't been the same since. He ain't been the same since Draymond Green knocked his ass out.
I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by something I should get distracted by. Mel, go back to the room. It's too early for that. I'm doing a podcast.
You know what I'm saying, though?
No, not really. She did a couple of things that I forgot the last 5 minutes of what you were even saying.
No, Jordan Poole hasn't been the same since he got his ass knocked out by Draymond Green.
No, I agree with you.
And
I agree.
I can't put it on him because how hard would it be to try to still be on the same team and get that chemistry and everything with a guy that just knocked you the hell out? You know what I mean?
Bro, I get that.
And I think that's had an effect on the Warriors this year, because he hasn't been the same since that point.
At what point, if you're Seth Curry and you're the leader of this team, and you've had a certain level of swag in a lot of games where you're coming off and you got the mouthpiece halfway in, halfway out of your mouth, and you're doing your little dance, and things like that. At what point does he, in his mind, does he say, you know what, we're not as good as I thought we were, and it's showing up against this Lakers team, and it kind of was showing up honestly in Sacramento, but Sacramento just hadn't have enough to close it out. But we kind of saw the beginning of it in the Sacramento series, and then now the exposure of it just got carried over into L.A., and they can't face out with L.A. Now, I don't know how much longer this L.A. team can hold out either, because, I don't know what they're going to get this year, but you got to imagine Bron ain't getting any younger. AD ain't getting any healthier. I don't know how long. If the Lakers don't get the title this year, I don't know that they have enough to get it next year. So between the Lakers, the Warriors, these are two teams in my mind right now that are kind of still fading out. The Warriors, I think the longevity of the Warriors is a little bit better, because even though Clay is kind of floundering a little bit, you still got Seth Curry at the top of his game. Draymond, depending on what you want to do with him, is still giving you somewhat decent production defensively and on the boards, right?
And if you can get Wiggins back right, because when Wiggins was
there, you go, exactly. That I was about to say, that's a good point.
But he had all the off-court issues. I don't know, but something to do with family. So he missed a lot of the season at the end. So he's only been back for like 15 games. But when he's right, he was the difference. He was the difference maker last year for him. Yeah, Jordan Poole was a big part of it, but Wiggins was that number 2 guy scoring wise with Steph, and that's what they need right now, because Clay hasn't came back off that injury where he's consistent, at least not yet.
No, I agree.
I don't know. It don't look like it. So, but he's still an effective player, but he just can't be. He can't be that number 2 guy that you're dependent on every night. And Wiggins was that guy. But you know what I mean. And now he's dealing with that rib injury, a cartilage tear or whatever, and that shit's painful as hell. And he's out here trying to play. He's out here trying to play. So,
and that really did hurt them. The fact that he has that cartilage, and when Wiggins isn't there, that really, number one, it opens up a big hole of disparity. And number 2, Klay Thompson's just not giving you what you need. So you got literally 2 positions in your starting rotation that really aren't giving you a lot offensively. And then you look at Kayvon Looney, but then you go look at Looney, and he's not doing any better either. He's giving you 14 rebounds, which is great, but he's only getting you 4 points.
He's not, but he's not an offensive guy. That's their problem. They need.
No, I get that. I totally get that.
But that's why they need to get rid of Draymond Green. If you're going to have Looney down there, you can't have 2 guys on the court between Looney and Green at the same time that are.
Oh, hell no!
They're not offensive guys, and that's their problem. But then if you don't start Looney and you start Gary Payton III and you play small, it's hard against a team with the size of the Lakers. So.
Yeah, when I look at Looney and Green,
that's why I think Green goes somewhere else. They bring in another guy that can shoot, and then you have Looney down low. Then Looney can be that defensive guy and that rebounder, and he don't. And then whatever points he gets you is bonus points, because now you still have 4 shooters on the court, not just 3. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I got you, and that's the thing. I think what Looney is good for, what Draymond is good for, which is what. Defense down low in the paint, getting the rebounds, when they're doing their job on that end of the stick. But like you said, you can't have them both out there, because now you're taking one less scorer away. You got to have one of those guys down there. Either you're going to play Looney or you're going to play Green to get the rebounds. But you got to have everybody else score, and that's the problem. Looney and Green are getting you the rebounds, but
yeah, Jay, they got it back. They got it within 11-0 with 10 minutes to play, or almost 11 minutes to play.
Yeah, I don't know that we're ever going to completely discount Golden State out of it, but I'm not. No, look, this is the Golden State Warriors. They're still the defending champs. But what I'm saying though is nobody right now is stepping up. Somebody's got to step out outside of Curry.
Somebody will step up. But I'll be honest with you, the way these teams are playing, I don't think either one of these teams beat the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, and then you got to think too. Right now, what's Denver doing right now while these guys are playing? Resting.
I can tell you what Joker's doing. He said he was hoping it was going to be sunny out so he could go sit at the swimming pool. That's what he said after the game.
Hey, listen, and damn right, go soak up them rays, baby. Go soak up them rays. Because you know what that does? It re-energizes that battery. And when you're re-energizing that battery and you got one thing on your mind and you're hungry for a championship, yeah, baby, you sit by the sun. You soak up all them rays. And I'll go on Tinder and see if I can get some Brazilian girls to come down there and hang out with you.
But seriously,
I think I'll do this side. Hold on. Let me finish that. But what I'm saying is they're over there resting. They're recuperating. They're getting ready for that next series. Yep. Now you got the Lakers out there doing everything they can to get this damn win. So that means they're expending energy. So that means that the Denver Nuggets already got number one, they got a head start on you in the rest department. They got home court advantage and they're healthy.
And right now you got LeBron James laying on court.
Poor King James. Must be hard to be in his world.
Hey, Jokic, dude. He might. I say he's right up there as the best player in the league right now. That dude.
You already know how I feel about it.
Man, that dude, man.
You already know how I feel about it. When your nickname is triple double in the playoffs, not the regular season, because I know he does triple double in the regular season, which I don't understand. You're giving me a triple double. You're number one in your conference, if not the league, and yet you're not getting the MVP. What the hell are we doing in this world? Anyway, that's a whole other conversation for another day.
He didn't get it because they didn't want to give it to him for a third year in a row. But did you see?
Yeah.
Did you hear where one of the voters didn't even have him in the top 5?
Oh yeah, Mark Jackson. Let's just go ahead and put his name out there. Mark Jackson.
Well, no, I was going to get to that.
I actually had a lot of respect.
That was Mark Jackson.
Bro, I had a lot of respect for Mark Jackson. A lot of respect. I wanted him to actually come be the coach of the Rockets at one point. But with him putting this whole thing out and excluding Joker from the MVP conversation, to me, that just lost all credibility. Like, all credibility. I don't even know. I thought that was a spiff. What is it when they put out that fake news? What's that dude called?
He tried to say that it was what happened was because he
can say all he wants. He's an idiot.
He put a center, a forward, and 2 guards. So he done it like he was doing like the all NBA team or something. But still, how wouldn't you have him?
Hey, hold on a minute now. This is Mark Jackson. How many years has he been in the league? You don't think he knows how the damn how the voting system works?
Come on. No, I do.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm speaking to Mark.
Wait a minute. I'm just saying what he was saying. I'm not saying.
No. I want you to understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're saying. Hold on. I'm not saying you're saying that. What I just said just now wasn't to you. It's to Mark Jackson if he hears this damn podcast. It was a rhetorical because that wasn't for you. It was for Mark Jackson to answer what I just said because he knows damn good and well he's been in the league long enough to make the right and correct voting decision, and he just shit the bed. Pardon my French. I'm gonna talk about that. Anyway,
I think they need to change. I think they need to change how the voting is done. Some of these people that have votes shouldn't have votes, and then I think you incorporate. You could incorporate a couple. You can incorporate some of your old Hall of Fame players, do it in different ways. Even if you can have some writers vote, some Hall of Fame players vote. And then another little group to vote, and you know what I mean, and then go from there. Because just doing the writers doing it, if a guy does something like that, he should lose his fucking vote. I mean,
I agree. I agree. If you know how Joker in your top 5,
if you have Embiid, if you had Embiid as your MVP, even though I don't agree with it, okay, that's fine. But there's no way Jokic is not in your top 5.
There's no way that Joker's not in your top 2. If Joker's not in your top 2, then you should be removed. Because there's no way in hell he doesn't meet all the criteria, number 1, of the MVP. But if you're going to give it to Embiid because of political whatever, and then you don't have Joker as your number 2, then now we got something to talk about because this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. By the way, even Seth Curry is shooting under 50%. He's 9 of 21. So Clay is 3 of 18. Steph is 9 of 21. God, what a time to be alive.
Yeah, that's what I said. They wouldn't hit. They're not hitting. And that's the problem. That's their problem. They rely on the three ball so much, and if they're not dropping, they're in trouble.
Well, they've always relied on the 3 ball. The problem is that Steph has maintained the 3 ball, and everybody else has slacked off. You know what I mean? Like everybody else has slacked off. Clay slacked off. It was a splash buzz, right? Clay and Steph would give you the daggers from deep, and then Draymond and company, would give you the buckets down low. And that's what they did. They either went down low or they kicked it out to Curry or they kicked it out to Draymond or they kicked it out to Thompson or they kicked it out to Wiggins or they kicked it out to Durant when Durant was there and they let them dudes just walk the perimeter. But either way, it's not hard to figure out Golden State's offense. They're either kicking it to the perimeter or they're taking it to you in the paint. One of the two.
Yep. But let's go ahead and get the final thoughts, man.
Yeah, my final thoughts is
wow. Friday night.
My final thoughts is I never thought I would see a day. I really didn't. Frankie, hey, I'm giving you props to your team, man. I never thought I would see a day where the defending champs, the number 6 seed, but the defending champs lose by 20 or they're down by 20 points with 8:52 left to go in the fourth. And it's an elimination game. I never thought I would see that, ever. And you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar front row to watch it all. The only thing missing from this game, which I will tell you right now, if we had an infrared camera to see ghosts, like those ghost hunters, you would see Kobe Bryant's orb walking the court back and forth with a big smile on his face with Gigi in tow, asking Daddy, let's go play some hoops. I guarantee you, that's what's going on right now in this game. There's an orb or 2 orbs with Gigi and Kobe in that arena, hovering over everybody, watching the masterpiece that LeBron and AD and company is putting on the Golden State Warriors. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
No, the Lakers played good tonight. They played good defense too. They played good defense, forced the Warriors to have to settle for outside shots, and they ain't been knocking them down. I mean, the Lakers played good defense. The Lakers have been hitting their shots. LeBron played a real efficient game tonight. He's already missed like 2 or 3 shots. He's been real efficient. So no, they played a good game tonight. I personally don't think they're going to have enough to get by the Nets. But I would have thought the same with. I would have thought the same if the Warriors was to win tonight.
I think he meant the Nuggets, not the Nets. He said the Nets, but he meant the Nuggets.
Nuggets. But yeah, I'd have thought the same way about the Warriors if they'd have won. If they'd have ended up winning this series, the way the Nuggets have been playing in the playoffs, I don't see either. I don't see them beating them. But I think it's going to be an awesome series. We're going to see Davis against the Jokic down low. So that's going to be fun. So I think it's going to be a fun series. But I do think the Nuggets are going to come out on top. But we'll see.
One thing. I just want to add. I'm sorry. As part of my final thoughts, I meant to add. I didn't add it, but I'm sorry. Catch Unscripted. We're not going to be on tomorrow, Saturday. We're taking the day off Saturday. I got a graduation, and Logan's got things he's got to take care of. So there won't be a show Saturday for Unscripted, but we will be back on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Tuesday.
7 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. And don't forget to check us out on Twitter at Unscripted guys. So many things. Unscripted guys on Twitter.
I might be there on Tuesday.
No, you're gonna be there, motherfucker.
I'll be there Tuesday. I don't have all the wrestling stuff I've been having going on. Man, I've been busy lately, man. It's a good thing, though.
I'll take a flight out there to Indianapolis. Take a bus ride over to Muncie. I'll find you, haunt you, drag you, but you'll be on the show.
I still have like 11 wrestling shows I got to break down into single matches.
Hey,
why
don't you have them out? Why don't you already have them out, Gonzo? What are you doing with your life?
Dude, I've been working on them. It takes some time.
Gonzo, you moving at the speed of a snail.
Hey, I'll send them to you, and you show me how to do it quicker.
Oh no, you do. You send that shit over here. They'll be out next year. Because I don't know the first damn thing about editing some shit. I was going to get you to show me how to do it when you come to the house in Houston. When we set up the studio, I was going to get you to show me that shit.
I'm getting them out pretty quick because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was airing them all live. So yesterday was the first day I could really start breaking them down. And I got a lot of them broke down and got some of them already posted, and I'm working on more. So
absolutely.
We're doing another show tomorrow night. Don't forget, 6 p.m. Eastern, DCCW Bearcat Rumble 3. No, it's going to have a couple micro wrestlers there. So that should be a good time. We'll have some there's going to have a few steel cage matches. All proceeds go to the Muncie Wrestling Club. So if you're in the Muncie, Indiana area, come join us. If not, catch us on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live doing live commentary. You'll be able to see the matches and everything live. It's always a fun time. We'll be back Monday night with another episode of G.S.R. Gonzo Sports Room. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 11. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where I post all the information about upcoming shows. If you missed our interview with Blake Money-Wright earlier tonight, go check it out. It was an awesome interview. He actually told some stories about some of his road trips and stuff. So, I mean, it was an awesome conversation. Go check it out. You can find it on YouTube and Facebook at Gonzo Sports Room. And other than that, hopefully see you guys tomorrow at 6. If not, we will see you guys Monday afternoon on the afternoon show. But what you got, Jay?
Just wanted to say, Pearland! If you know, you know.
We appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you guys Monday night.
Pearland!